When it comes to drum equipment and drum companies, every drummer has his own experience and opinions. So with this video, I thought, let me share with you each of the companies that I affiliate with and why I chose to journey with them. So Remo drum heads pretty much started in 1957 when the founder of Remo company called Remo Belly, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, he started playing around with a new compound called Mylar. Up until that time, the skins that were used for drums were pretty much made from animal skin. And the problem with that is it was affected by temperature and climate change quite a lot. So you would end up having heads that just pop or that completely lose tension as a result of the climate change. And this new Mylar compound, which they started developing in wartime, was very resistant to that. So he put together some drum heads, and that's where the term Weather King comes from. These heads were very resistant to climate change, so they would actually stay in tune and not be affected by the temperature drops and all that kind of stuff. So in 1957 they got the company registered and registered the patent and all that kind of stuff, and from there, reading through the history of Remo, it's just amazing how they kept developing new heads with new sounds and new applications, and they just really went all out. So to this day they carry that heritage and that experience with them, obviously. Mr. Remo Belly was actually part of the committee that founded the Percussive Art Society, which for me is amazing. It's a company with a director or a CEO, I'm not sure what he was at that stage, but that really invested in the drum community and were not just interested in manufacturing products, but really developing the drumming community as a whole. Their investment in drumming and in the way drumming affects every facet of life is just incredible. So that's one thing that I really love about Remo. The reason I use Remo, aside from the history and the heritage and the fact that I love the company, is simply because I paid a lot of money for a really amazing drum set, and Remo drum heads, in my opinion and experience, just really open up the sound of the kit that I'm playing. It's not like other drum head companies that kind of have a pre-tuned tone to their heads. It feels like Remo just kind of creates a platform for the sound of the drum to come through. And that's what I love about Remo. They are open, they are transparent, and still they're durable. And it's just such a usable head. For me, the ranges that I tend to use are the Ambassador series and the Emperor series, both in coated and clear. And then on the bass drum, I am sold on the Power Stroke 3. That just gives me everything that I need out of my bass drum, the Power Stroke 3. So those are kind of the ranges that I tend to use. I've explored a bit with different ranges in the Remo camp, but I always tend to kind of come back to these because they are just so usable, so diverse. I can pretty much get everything that I want from those ranges. So yeah, that's my story with Remo.